Alright, Kimbo White here. I want to run across a few things about UFC 120 real quick before I throw out my 121 picks. Damn happy to see Dan Hardy get knocked out. But Carlos kind of was taking a heck of a chance standing with him. Carlos has got some damn good hands, don't get me wrong, but I feel like his ground game would have been, his wrestling and grappling would have been far superior. But he was lucky enough to have the faster left hook, which was pretty interesting because if Hardy's would have got off a little quicker, we might have seen it go the exact opposite way. Travis Brown, Cheat Congo. Everybody's, worried about him being a dirty fighter. He's always been a little bit of a dirty fighter, but I think that, there's any reason to really even keep this guy around the heavyweight division. He's not going to hang with any of the top 5 guys in the division. He's already been smoked by 2 of them. And, just get this guy out of there because I've seen a lot worse fighters get cut lately. Right now, Keith Jardine's struggling to, I know he just lost. At Shark Fights. But he fought Trevor Prangley, too. Trevor Prangley is a guy that's UFC quality. Dana White should pick Trevor Prangley up. But, besides, that's a whole other story. Jardine's getting ready to fight South America somewhere this weekend because, he's having to pick up any fight anywhere he can. And there's no doubt in my mind, you could put him in there at 2 different weights and put it at Keith Jardine at 205 and Cheat Congo at 225, and I'll put my money on Keith Jardine. I bet he whips Cheat Congo's ass. It just doesn't add up to me, a lot of the guys that they cut, a lot of guys they keep. I think we'll see Cheat Congo gone. Bisping getting the decision, decent fight, whatever. Hathaway and Pyle was a good fight, not quite as explosive, not quite as good of a fight as I thought it would be as far as fireworks, but it was a damn good fight. Mike Pyle pretty much beat the tar out of John Hathaway, but Hathaway, man, he's so tough. That's why a lot of the guys Mike Pyle's been fighting in the last year or two, as soon as they catch that big overhand right, they're out, they're done. And especially if they get in some kind of hold like the mounted triangle with the crucifix and getting elbowed in the punched in the face for however many minutes that was in the second round. Hathaway's tough dude. He'll be around for a minute. If they cut John Hathaway anytime soon, I just don't see that. I think the guy needs some time to grow. He's a tough dude. And he put it on Diego Sanchez. Mike Pyle is, very, very skilled and experienced MMA fighter. Very decorated guy, lots of fights. Hats off to John Hathaway, man. It was a good fight. Mike Pyle's a very tough guy, and I think Mike Pyle, you might see him doing some big things in the UFC. On to my 121 picks. I'll tell you what, we got one heck of a stacked card here. This is going to be great. This is going to be one of the better ones that we've seen for a while. I'm going to go from the bottom up this time, I guess. First off, in the prelims, I'm going to go ahead and throw them out too. Cote and Lawler. Patrick Cote over Tom Lawler. Court McGee over Ryan Jensen. 2 good fights there. Man, on Spike TV, can't beat that. That's awesome. really the whole undercard's good. Uh, yeah, John Madsen and Gilbert I will be interesting to see what Madsen can do in there. I don't know, man. Madsen can take Ival off his feet. We kept putting Ival in there with these wrestlers, man. Ival can't stay on his feet. Mike Guyman and Daniel Roberts, Chris Kamazi and Donnie Yang. Don't really know. Sam Stout and Paul Taylor, though. Awesome fight for a prelim card. And then in the main card on the pay-per-view, Gabe Gonzaga and Brandon Schaub, which I'm not sure about why is Brandon Schaub in with Gabe Gonzaga. I'm just not sure about that at all. We'll see, though. Schaub might impress me, but I'm going to go with probably submission by Gonzaga. If they stand, he can knock him out too. But definitely going with the pound on that one. He's gonna take Brandon Schaub out of the picture. Not anybody down the prelim cards for a minute. Hamill and Ortiz. I tell you what. I'm gonna have to go with Matt Hamill on that one. I just feel like Ortiz is washed up. Too many surgeries, too many fights, too much time off, too much this and that, commentating instead of fighting and worrying about being Tito Ortiz instead of worrying about being a fucking fighter. So I'm going with Hamill over Ortiz. Sanchez and Thiago, I'm definitely going with Paulo Thiago. Well, Paulo Thiago in this one by knockout or TKO. Campman and Shields. Jake Shields. Easily. Most likely by submission. And probably first, second round. Lesnar Velasquez. I'm going with Cain Velasquez in this fight. I'm really not going to sit and talk about it a whole lot. Everybody's torn on this fight. Hard one to make a prediction on. Lesnar's last few fights have all been, so worthy of opponents and equal matchups that. But I think this is without a doubt the most even matchup for him in the UFC, without a doubt. I think Carwin was probably the next best, and then Mir, most likely. But he's went through those two guys like they were nothing. Well, I shouldn't say he went through Carwin like he was nothing. Carwin punched him 40 times in the face in the first round. I can't believe they didn't stop the fight, but he was spent, and Brock showed that he's got probably the best chin in the UFC and has awesome cardio. So his cardio is not better than Cain's, and Cain can hit as hard as Shane Carwin and is faster. And not only that, is far better wrestler and grappler. Far better. Far better. And much faster on the ground and a much faster wrestler and grappler. Much more athletic. And truth be known, you might be able to match strength with Carwin too. So, I said it before and I'm sticking behind him. I said it about 6 months ago. When Velasquez fights Lesnar, he'll whip his ass too. And I'm sticking behind him, and I was Cain for the win. I'm thinking most likely things going to be by a TKO, possible submission. I don't see him knocking Lesnar out, even though I'd like to see it. But I like Brock too. But sometimes when these guys start to seem invincible, it's real nice to see them get knocked out. And that's been the last word with Kimbo White. See everybody Saturday night.